So what's up everyone? Welcome back to your channel, Brighter Life Institute. I'm Alicia. I want to talk to you today about our perception of what is good and what is bad, especially regarding bad luck and good luck. Many of us in our life are facing different challenges every day. And some people face more challenge than others. When we look at the life of some people and we discuss what they're going through in their life, we are like amazed that they are dealing with those problems. We are like, oh my God, you got so many things going on. You kind of feel lucky in your life with your own challenge to not have the kind of challenge they have and difficulty they have in their life. The people that we call the winners and the losers more often face the same challenge. But what differentiates both of those category of people is their perception of what is happening in their life, their perception of what's going on really. The people that we call the winners and the losers are often people that face the same challenge in their life. But what differentiates those two categories of people is the perception of what is going on in their life and their perception and understanding what those situations mean to their life and especially to who they are. So let's take the example of John and Paul. John have the mentality of a winner, and he faced the same challenge that Paul, but Paul see more what's happening in his life, even the most tiny thing in his life to be a bad luck, to be linked to his self-worth, to be linked to him that he is unlucky, and he has more the mentality of what we call a loser. So John and Paul come to a place and they face the same challenge. John can see the difficulty in that challenge and he is also suffering it. He's scared, but he go to action, and instead to ruminate and to judge himself to get this challenge that come to his life, is instead focusing on what he can do about that challenge. Sometimes you can plan and just focus on what you need to do and just get on with it, and still to focus too much and analyzing the problem. And sometimes there is a problem and there's nothing you can do about it. And there's also sometimes there is a problem and you certainly should not do anything about it. I know that when we have a problem, our instinct is to try to deal with it. But some problem require for us to not actually dealing with it, to know it's there, to focus on doing other things that we have the power to do, that we can do, as there are many situations that is happening in our life. There is absolutely nothing we can do about it. If somebody want to leave you, there's nothing you can do about it. If somebody that you love die, there's nothing you can do about it. If tomorrow there is a storm and you lose your home, there is nothing you can do about it. But there are a lot of things else that we can do. And John is the type of person that analyzes all these things very quickly. It is important to analyze things, challenges that happen in our life quickly, about thinking too much about it, and just focus about the solution and what we can do. Now we're going to take the example of Paul. Paul will face the same challenge than John is, but Paul will stay completely paralyzed by the problems. He will start to judge himself and judge that the situation is happening personally to him, that he's unlucky, and then nothing in his life is going well, and he stays stuck there doing nothing about the situation and doing nothing at all about anything else, because he feels that this is just his bad luck. He is getting bad luck after bad luck. And usually when we tell other people how many bad things is happening, how many challenges is happening in our life, many people will say, you got a lot of bad luck. All my life I was faced with challenge. And the key I use for all the challenge I had in my life is to not ruminate too much about the challenge and who I was. Of course, challenge teach you a lot about yourself. But if you do too many self-talk when you get a challenge, you may get stuck there, like the example with Paul, and you may be focused all your attention to judge yourself, to have this self-pity attitude and self-pity talk with yourself, and not moving forward. Like everybody else, when I get a challenge, of course I get worried, I get scared, and I judge myself. But I don't do it for too long, because it's absolutely useless to say, why me? I'm not lucky. This is always happening. It doesn't help you. So what I do is I look at the problem, and if it's too much, I write the problem down, because when you write the problem down, you look at it from above and you're not below it, and you see the solution and you're in control. So some of us may call somebody that has a lot of things happening that is not going well, what we call bad luck. But the winners, they don't see the number of challenges that is happening in their life as a bad luck, like other people will do. They see it as really situation they need to respond to. So your perception of what's happening in your life is more important than what is really happening in your life. Like right now, I have a lot of things happening. It look like first there are a lot of bad luck, but because of the situation that have forced me to take certain response, and those response will bring good result. Some of you may going through the same things, and some of you may be facing a lot of challenge in your life, and you feel unlucky and you feel stressed out. It is stressed out when a lot of things that is important to you are going wrong. But I invite you to look closely to those problems, like I did, and to see the opportunity behind those problems. Most often, the bad luck that come into us are actually good luck who's disguised as a bad luck. Our response to a challenge, to a problem, is more important than the challenge and the problem himself. Most often, actually, it is our response to the challenge and the problem that make it worse. Nothing in this life can knock us out faster and more efficiently than our own mind and our own perception of what is happening in our life. So guys, this is what I wanted to share today. Things that are happening in your life that you call bad, stressful, challenging, difficult, or again, bad luck for me. If you dare to deal with them correctly and to not link what is happening in your life as an indicator of your self-worth, that you are unlucky, that there's something wrong with you, that's why everything is going bad in your life, you will see that behind those challenges, and they are challenge, is hiding a great opportunity for you to grow, an opportunity for you to get higher and get somewhere you did not even think you wanted to get. About those challenges, we will not push ourselves to find solution to bettering our life. Many people have pushed me to get into another relationship with someone. Just take anyone. Well, since I've, maybe for the first time in my life, stayed single for a long time, I've learned so much about myself. My goal is not to get with somebody else, just to get with somebody else. My goal is to get with me, to be in love with my life, to feel good with my life, to feel at peace where I stand, and to create a great life for me first before I invite somebody to join my life. Many people are seeking someone else to make their life worth it, to give a meaning to who they are, about not trying to know who they are first and trying to have a life of their own. I must say, since last year, I've been enjoying to discover the new person that I am. I love it, absolutely love it. I have not been this in love with myself in a very long time. And despite the many things right now in my life are happening, and it look like many things is all over the place, many things are working very well and working to push me to my biggest goals that I never gave up to want to get to. Guys, look again to the challenge that you have in your life. Look what those challenges are, and you'll see the solution next to them. God never gives us a challenge, a problem that we don't have the tool to resolve. We were born with all the capacity to deal with any problem that comes in our way, but we are not equipped with any tool. When we just give up on ourselves, we judge ourselves, we don't believe in ourselves, we don't see our self-worth. It is then that we cannot deal with anything good or bad in our life. Some people meet somebody great and they will run and break up with that person because they don't feel deserving of that person. They say you're too good for me, because they are not ready for that version of themselves to be here, to be shared with someone. So guys, everything that's happening to you are somehow created by your own reality, your own mind. Let me rewind that again. What you believe every day in your mind, you will create. So those challenges, those problems that come to you, behind them, you maybe have created them, because somewhere in you, you need to get somewhere. And those challenges are there to push you to get where really you wanted to go. And it's not. None of us plan to get to a bad place. So you need to trust the process. You need to trust yourself. You need to take this battle and you need to bring your best. About those challenges, we will not push ourselves to seek for our best. This is the problem. When we are surrounded of environment and people and relationship that doesn't challenge us to be the best that we can be. When we are dating people that give us zero of their best and we stay with them, we don't do them any favor. And you don't do yourself any favor either to giving your best to a jar that is full of a hole, and any pouring things that you put in get just on the floor and is not building or creating anything. Don't waste your life or your time with situation and people that doesn't push you to be the best that you can be. And if you're with somebody that is not giving you their best, let them go. Let them go so they can find who they are, so they can seek to be the best that they can be. So our perception of the bad and the good only depend on us. A bad situation, no matter how bad it is, can hide a great gift, a great blessing. We decide what it is. Is this thing that we didn't get? Is this thing that is happening to us is a bad news, a bad luck? Or is it going to be turned to a blessing? All my life, I turn bad situation and bad luck to a blessing all the time. Seek to be the best that you can be. So that's my message to you today, guys. If you like it, give a big like, share it, comment, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!